Welcome, everybody, one and all. This is the 48th episode of the Unbanned podcast, and this time, no one interrupted my introduction. I love it. It's
What do you
fantastic.
mean nobody interrupted your introduction?
What do you mean? I love it. No one interrupted it.
I didn't interrupt him, so
Yeah, no one interrupted
Not
it.
yet.
It's
Not
good.
yet. Hey, can we restart?
No, we can't restart.
no, unacceptable.
You didn't even ban anything today.
I mean, why would
Well-
we? We're unbanned, remember? If you haven't been here before,
I meant to do that.
my name's Jake. I'm your host, and these are my two best friends in the whole wide world. So much that every week I get on a Discord call and we talk about video games for way too long.
And occasionally, just normal games.
This is Justin.
That's me. Even though Jake on my screen pointed at this guy over here,
Yeah,
but I won't
it's
say his
weird.
name yet because Jake hasn't said it yet.
It's mirrored. We've been over this. It's so that if I hold up some text like, I don't know, this, which is mirrored on my screen, it looks normal for you. And this is
Yeah.
Jordan.
Science! What's up, everybody? I'm Jordan. Also known as Is It Fox. In fact, more frequently known as Is It Fox. Who the hell refers to me by my real name? Jake, what are you doing?
We always refer to you by your name.
Yeah.
I was about to say, we pretty much always do that, yeah.
Is it Fox with a new Is it Fox?
It's true. My name has changed. I have changed it on everything to no longer reference Magic the Gathering, because although I love Magic, it is no longer appropriate for my brand as I do not only play Magic anymore. In fact, I have not played Magic in 8 months, so
I haven't played Magic
Well,
since
6
July. I mean, we
Yeah,
actually did
it's,
on our birthday. We sat down, we
I
actually
have a
played,
cube.
we played Boomer
hey, it's a cube.
Paper Magic.
We should play. Oh yeah, that's true. Me and Jake played on our birthday. We should cube. I mean, although all y'all are scary and infected.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's Resident
infected.
Evil up in this bitch.
I am 100 guaranteed not infected by the T virus.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know
It's
if
the
a
G
true
virus. He's infected with the G virus. That's what
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
worse. It's gonna be better
Worse
for
than
me in the
that.
long run, though. I'm gonna turn into a tyrant.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
Hey,
What's the
Jordan.
other virus?
Bad, but kind of cool, you know.
Jordan,
Yeah.
what have you been playing this week?
What have I been playing? Well, we played. I've been playing RuneScape as usual. You know, always been playing some RuneScape. Like before the show, I was working on my player-owned house. Can I just talk about how great player-owned houses are? We might come back to that later. Anyway,
Maybe.
I've played Spellbreak, which has been a lot of fun. It's basically Fortnite, but remove the building and cringe and add in wizards. And
He said remove the cringe, then said add wizards.
Hey, whoa. These are way good wizards.
I'm-
It's actually if you're watching this and you've ever played Magicka or listening to this, it's literally Magicka mixed with Fortnite, and it's awesome.
It's
It's so much fun.
it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it so far. I haven't played as much as I really want to because I've been playing another game, which we'll get to. But it's a good game. I like it.
Yeah, and then I think we played a little bit of Among Us. I think I streamed it like last week or something.
Yeah.
That game's still consistently fun. Dealing with a lot of server issues because, strangely enough, a 3-person dev team does not handle actual millions of players that well.
No.
Are you telling me that me trying to get into a game for 7 minutes straight and failing is a sign of bad servers?
Yeah, I don't think they really expected this level of success. I don't think they expected Pokimane to use it as her comeback game, where she streamed it with her, like Dr. Lupo, Ninja, and like 4 other of the top streamers. And it's like everyone's watching it. It's like 500 people are watching this, and then on top of that, everyone's going to play it because they're all watching it.
It's also
500?
the other thing
It was like
is
between all of them, 500,000 people.
There you
that was
go.
just them being watched.
that's the other thing is it's like Trouble in Terrorist Town. It's like all the games like
The
Among
hidden
Us.
identity games.
They're very popular with casual gamers because they're easy to jump into and just do with your friends. Like a lot of games, you'll like, oh, I want to go play this, and let's say you have 10 friends on Facebook or Twitter or wherever you hang out nowadays, and you put, hey, I'm playing Among Us, you get 5 people and then you're done. But with this one, you're like, oh, we can have up to 10 people. We have so many people, and they all buy it for $5.
Grandma just got her smartphone. It's free on the App Store. Grandma, come play some Among Us.
Is it actually free?
Yeah. But it's mobile.
Yeah, that's. Yep. Nope.
Nothing's happening over here. Just
Mobile.
ignore me.
What's he doing
For
over
those of you on the audio podcast, I just picked up my phone.
He's going on the App Store right now, typing in Among Us in search to see if I'm correct. I was told that it is free on mobile.
Hey, can I just steal a really good joke really quick?
What's
No.
that?
For those of you on the audio recording, I just turned into a dove.
No, you're not allowed to
I
steal
just
jokes
gave
like
birth
that.
to a dove. That's it.
I don't get it.
Bo Burnham, not me.
Is that from the Unbanned podcast?
No, it's from
Is
Bo
that-
Burnham. It's
No,
not
it's
mine.
it's from Bo Burnham.
I'm joking.
I was about to say,
I think if
really?
I don't think I played anything else this week that's like relevant.
We played Monster
Like-
Hunter and we never talked about it.
Yeah, I mean, still love that game. We should go back and
I
play
think-
it. I need to go farm.
I think we mentioned it last week, and then we just didn't talk about it for
Didn't
the whole
talk about how
episode.
fantastic that game is.
It's so good.
We definitely should have.
Yeah, I need to go get to Master Rank 100 on it.
Yeah.
I got to Hunter Rank 50. And I was like, oh my god, I'm halfway there. And I'm like, wait, that's Hunter Rank, not Master Rank. Fuck.
You done messed up now, Ron?
You goofed.
Big goof. Justin, what have you been
It's
playing?
me. A large plethora of games. I've been playing Fall Guys, and that's it.
Yeah,
good.
Fall,
Yeah.
Fall Guys.
Well,
Yeah,
this
Fall
is
Guys.
this is a good time as any to say I've been playing a lot of Fall Guys as well. I got my first win last night.
I want this guy dead. I want this guy dead.
That guy right there, kill him.
It was a great match too.
It was it's BS.
Hyper
Four
powerful
rounds, no team games.
Oh yeah. I can't
And
imagine
like-
this. Hold on. Imagine this. Imagine this. You get all the RNG games out of my way, I suddenly win. That's weird, right?
I say
isn't
the
that
same
weird?
thing. I say the same thing. If I don't get a team game, I make the final round unless I get, absolutely title waved off of a tile in perfect match, then
I
That's a whole thing.
absolutely love
That was hilarious.
I absolutely love Fall Guys. It's really it's just a fun game, and if I ever get like super serious about it, I'm gonna immediately quit because I would hate to do
Yeah.
that to the game. But
Yeah.
one
You
of
know
the,
what would be even worse?
one of the things I don't like about it is that there's two types of there's three types of modes. A, if you are not a tiny baby, you survive this round.
Yeah.
B, a good obstacle course that you can actually show off your skill. And C, team games, which are basically a coin flip.
Yeah, the coin flip. You could have just said a coin flip.
So 1/3 of your rounds in Fall Guys actually legitimately feels like you get to play the game and use your skills.
I almost threw my controller out my window one day because I won a team game. Winning a team game is an absolute miracle. That was
feels like
round
it every
3.
time.
So round 4, we go down to 8 people, and I'm like, oh yeah, here we go, final round time, 5th round, final round, fall ball.
I think the biggest problem with like
Woo.
Fall Ball and all that is like the best team game is probably the egg one where you have to pick up
Egg
eggs.
scramble, yeah, that's
because-
the best. I love the chaos.
Well, the reason is because your movement and like picking stuff up and all that matters. With games like Fall Ball, the ball is so huge and you have no real way to consistently move it except for at the very beginning. You can set it up so that when it drops immediately, you can just hit it right into the goal every time. That's like the only real skill in Fall Ball. The rest is just like, I hope my
Yeah, you're just
teammates
like-
are on the same wavelength as me.
I mean, it's less that I hope the other team's bad.
Yeah,
It does
Yes.
feel like that, doesn't it?
How?
It's like you
which
never
t-
hope your team's good.
Which team got more Fortnite players? I'm
I
saying
mean,
children.
in the team game's defense, egg scramble's the best,
Mhm.
but the what's the one where you have to push it down the hill? Like
That-
there's
I
3
hate
teams.
that
And you
one.
have, I
like
love
that
that.
one.
unless you get the idiots who are like, we're gonna mess with them, and they just like it's just like two people trying to push the ball and everybody else is trying to mess with everybody else, but it's 5 people against 1, so it doesn't matter.
So if you somehow end up behind the other people, I can see having like one person run off and like mess with another one of the teams and like keep their ball up. Because if you can get into the corner, it doesn't matter how shitty the people pushing are. You've basically won. They can't get it out of the corner. The problem is that the last time I played it, I broke off to go mess with them because we were behind, and 6 people followed me. And
See, I think you're thinking of a different game. I'm talking about the one where it's a race.
Yeah, there's 3 tracks and you all push. But the thing is, what you can do is at the very end, there's a little corner on each side. And if you get 2 people from your team on the other people's balls and you get them both in the corner, they actually cannot get them out. It's a flaw of the game. Unless they have someone behind the ball in the corner, there is physically no way for them to get it out.
See, I don't want to say, I don't want to be that guy, but that game is very flawed, let's be honest.
It does, and they are improving it, which is the best part.
Yeah. Well, they just threw an update on it. Big Yeetus. What was it? Big Yeetus and Anti-Cheetus?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Haven't seen a cheater yet. It's been great.
I was looking at Twitter, and there was a person, I spotted a Twitter, and it was on Seesaw, and they're like, yeah, they were flying, and they were walking on the railing, and because the hitbox on the railing is messed up, they float in the air. I found a cheater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should probably turn off the rail walking, by the way. It's pretty powerful.
This person obviously has never played Crash Bandicoot.
I mean, that's the only way. We talked about this. The only way to beat the bridge levels. Only way.
Yeah, best way.
It's the only way to do it.
Best way, maybe, but not the only way.
I mean, I don't know, man. Landing on those turtles, I don't think that's any way to live your life.
Sure, yeah. I put like an hour and a half in the second bridge level alone. Yeah. I can beat that semi-consistently.
Yeah. I should go practice that game. We were going to do a cool race thing, and then we...
Yeah.
You only got 2 months left on it.
No, not even. It comes out on October 3rd or something.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This is my reaction image.
Oh my goodness! I actually should go.
If you're on the audio version, I kind of look like I'm surprised.
I actually probably should go play through those games so I can play the 4th one. But
yeah,
dude, as usual, I have too many games I'm interested in playing. That's my constant struggle. It's my constant.
You got half a month.
Half a month?
2 weeks.
To learn how to. So should we do the thing? Should we try to do the thing where we just try to beat each level without dying in sequence? Instead of doing a true no death run.
If you want to make it easier and have it work, sure.
Yeah.
If we don't want it to be a 24-hour affair.
I think it'd be better to do that, because if we do it the other way, I'm probably going to have to drop every single game I'm playing and my YouTube series I started working on in order to practice, in order to actually do that.
Which, let's be honest, no one wants to see that.
Because I kind of said it as a joke and was like, oh, that might be fun to try. And then I realized, oh yeah, no death runs are really fucking hard. There's a reason why when someone does it in Dark Souls, they get hella views on Twitch, because it's really cool.
I honestly, I was playing Crash 2, and I think you could do a no death run, you could get it pretty close. There's not a whole lot of bullshit in Crash 2 and 3, but Crash 1, if you just cut Crash 1 out, that run makes it's so much easier.
Maybe that's what we should do.
I BS'd a run quickly on 2 and got to the 3rd boss before I died because I was an idiot.
Yeah.
I think the only ones that would mess me up is the bear levels and the hog levels where you have to
the run towards the camera one.
Or away from the camera.
Dude, an auto scroller.
In Crash Bandicoot, that's my worst thing, is those. I don't understand what they were thinking when they were like, let's have them run towards the camera.
They're actually
How about we set the rules?
They're really.
How about we set?
Sorry, they're really easy. You just gotta memorize them. Go ahead, Justin. What rules?
How about this? Crash Bandicoot 1. You have to beat a level without dying. That's each level, not straight through the game. Crash Bandicoot 2 and 3, you have to beat a stage, a full stage without dying.
Yeah, okay. I mean, so basically we're playing with no checkpoints.
Or you could do get to Ripper Roo. That's probably more
No, that
doable than
I don't know, because
the whole
like
game.
I've seen people do this type of thing on like because literally Dante Ravioli, who we've referenced on the channel before, because we both really like his content. He did this, but with Super Mario Bros, like the new one. And he literally, I think he went into it going, I'm going to do a zero death run. And then he tried it and went, no, because it's literally the only game I could consider doing a zero death run in is the one that everyone has done it in, Dark Souls. And the only reason I could consider attempting this is because I know the speedrun is pretty optimized, so I could probably just learn it. And then that technically would be a zero death run. Well, no, wait. Actually, I think you use deaths in the speedrun, so never mind. You could not do that.
It's also dangerous because you use the red ice, the red tear ring. It makes you really powerful when you're at low health.
But I think I could conceivably do a zero death run of Dark Souls 1 because I have played that game for over 1,000 hours of my life. So, it's like that's the level of practice you need to make this shit happen. Is you need 1,000 hours, possibly 10.
Hey, Jordan, after you're done with your Crash Bandicoot zero death run, do you want to do a RuneScape zero death run?
Yeah, we could do a hardcore Iron Man. I'm down.
See who gets farther? Okay, cool. There's an actual game mode in RuneScape that is hardcore Iron Man. You can't trade, you can't use the auction house, and when you die, you lose your hardcore status.
Yeah, it's a hardcore run.
How about this? We do a speed run of Fall Guys, and if you die, you lose. No death run.
Oh, dude, I don't think I can make it, honestly.
You delete the game.
I won't talk too much about RuneScape because we do it every week. If you want to try RuneScape, if you've been hearing us talk about it and you're like, oh, hey, what? You get 7 days of membership with Twitch Prime this month. So,
Justin,
you can come play with me and Jordan. We're in the Discord if you want to come try it. I'm trying to think of what I played this week that was not what you guys played.
We kind of have just been like all the games that we don't normally play. We kind of all just play together.
We played poker.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
I
we
kicked
did
your
play
guys'
poker.
asses.
Okay, you didn't kick our asses. We kicked Jordan's ass.
I kicked your ass.
Nah.
So hold up.
You were a freaking river rat. Don't even act like you won that game out of pure
For
skill.
my ego, I was not paying attention for that entire game.
Yeah, we know. We could see, like, there was me and Jake's hands over here, like, looking at the
Yeah, because
cards.
we were playing on Tabletop Simulator.
Like, I can't reach
I was literally, because I felt like playing poker, but I didn't want to stop AFKing on RuneScape, so I just was AFKing on RuneScape while I played. And there was one point where I'm like, well, and the thing is, I didn't lose because of a lack of skill of poker. I lost because I said, fuck it, I want to see what happens. Because I knew for a fact what I was doing was the wrong play. I just did it anyway because I didn't give a fuck. I wasn't trying to win.
So
I didn't either.
So here's the thing, and this is one of the reasons I love poker, is like a lot of the plays you did, they were kind of the correct play. You just did them in the wrong way. You bet too much. You got too far in. Because one of the things that's really important in high level poker, it's called a range. So like, if I'm playing against someone who's really good at poker, they're watching me for what I show, and they're seeing what cards I'll go to a certain part of the game with. Or they're trying, because that helps them place me on cards later when they're trying to guess what I have, versus what they have. Part of this that's really important is lying and going to like bet like to rivers and flops and stuff with bad cards so that people don't always think you have good cards when you start betting.
I mean, I just always call in the first so I can see the flop.
Also, Justin ran me into something where that I ran into previously when I played poker with people is that Justin also doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I intentionally don't give a fuck.
Well, it's that I can't tell when you have a good hand or a bad hand because you don't play any differently between the two. You literally don't care if you lose.
Yeah, I'm an agent of chaos.
That's
which is something that a good poker player will shit on you with.
And
however, I'm not that good.
Just So I'm giving Justin shit for this, and I wasn't expecting like, oh man, Justin's a god of poker, but
Oh no, I'm not.
he's
But
saying I won because I was a river rat on the last hand.
yeah,
I
a river
went.
rat, by the way. A
I
river rat is somebody who gets lucky on the last card showed
Yeah.
in the river.
I was gonna explain that anyway. So I didn't have much of a hand, but I had a few outs. I lost out on 2 outs, but the problem is that I lost out on the flop. I lost out on the turn, but the problem is after betting on the flop and the turn, you cannot then fold because then they know you were lying the whole time, and they
just
get all your money.
Suck it up. Suck it up at that point.
So if you have an out, which I did, which was a 10 or I can't remember the other card.
It was a 10 or like a heart, I think.
Yeah, it was a 10 or
You were
I had
looking
a flush
You were
out
looking
too.
for a flush, yeah.
You bet conservatively, or you can do what I did, which is I bet for all of his money because I had more money.
No, I went all in. I went all in.
Oh, he went all in. Anyway, he went all in to try to push me out, and I called it, and then I won because I got my 10.
I mean, I won't say you didn't win.
Aren't we cool?
It was just, you know.
I'm just saying
you're making it sound like
you're ignoring the 4 hands before that where I conservatively folded and bled you out of money.
What do you mean you conservatively folded? You could have checked and bled me out of more money.
No, you don't
'Cause
check
I
and
had
bleed
garbage.
money. That's not how you get money out of people.
That's true. If you check in poker, by definition, if you check, no one is putting money into the pot.
Yeah,
So
Yes,
then
I
if you
know
win
that.
it, you are getting less money.
But you know I'm an absolute psychopath. So the next time you could be like, all right, 500. I'll be like, oh, you motherfucker. Okay,
I know you're
500.
pretending to be a psychopath, but you're not actually a psychopath.
I don't know. I think Justin's actually a psychopath.
He's not a psychopath.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, we had fun playing poker though.
Yeah, it was
So
fun.
we'll
We
probably
can
do that
more of it.
again. Honestly, we might make that a Patreon thing where we have poker nights from now on because it's fun. So
And then whoever wins get like we don't bet actual money because that's
whoever
illegal.
wins gets a slap happy high five. That's what they get.
Whoever wins gets a gift sub.
Oh,
I don't want a gift sub. I want a high five.
I don't. Yeah, nobody's touched me.
I don't want your fucking money. I want acceptance.
You don't want me to buy a gift sub on your channel?
Not really.
Okay.
See, I feel like the only person who wins this bet is you, Jake, because
stop.
Jordan doesn't want one and I can't get one.
I'll figure something out for you, Justin.
Jay,
It's fine.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I appreciate.
I'm just like
your
I've gift subbed to you before, but if you don't want,
I
it,
appreciate.
man, like, I'll take
I
my money
appreciate the gift
elsewhere.
subs. It's just I don't want to make
All
people
right,
feel like they
okay,
need to gift sub
guys.
me.
Okay, guys.
Justin, you need
When
to
do
you
you
need to hit affiliate, man.
When do you think they're going to make an Among Us board game?
They already did. It's called Werewolves. I have it
No,
on my
but
shelf.
a branded Among Us board game.
I'd say
hope
pretty soon. The problem is, like we mentioned earlier, part of the reason they have server issues because it's a team of 3 people, so
Yeah,
they
so
would
it'd
have
be a
to outsource
I
it
mean-
to someone else more than likely.
Well, isn't that what most games do?
Most games fix their servers and sell more copies of the base game
yeah.
because that seems to be
Or-
working for them.
What they'll
Sell the
probably
name
do.
to- or no,
in all
just
hon- oh, sorry. Go on.
I was just saying, sell your name to like a good company who makes good board games. Be like, hey, make our game for us. Make it like the game. And they're like, all right, here's X amount of money, probably 6 digits because people are crazy.
I mean, maybe they will do that. It will be quite a while, I think, because the thing I just said that werewolves exists already it is a thing.
Werewolf.
Yeah.
Even Among Us already exists in some form. We had Trouble in Terrorist Town, Town of Salem, all that. The difference with Among Us compared to the rest of those is that it's very charming and it has a couple of little tweaks that made it better. I don't know that necessarily would set it apart from like Werewolves or any of the other clones of it that exist in the board game world.
What's the game Arco was trying to get us to play? Something Spaceman?
Unfortunate Spaceman.
Unfortunately,
Okay, so-
Spaceman. I played it a little bit. It's pretty fun.
I haven't played
Yeah,
it, but I saw someone made a fan art of the Among Us guys, but they had guns, and someone was like, Among Us with guns, though, and then the Unfortunate Spaceman devs just retweeted and said, yeah, if only there was a game like that
If-
out there.
If only it existed.
But
Dude,
what-
Fall Guys Twitter is 10 out of 10, but
Oh.
sorry.
Sorry, one of the things that I like about Among Us is that if I go play Trouble in Terrorist Town with, say, my girlfriend, she's not very good at shooters. The first person setup is not awesome for her. She's not into that. But I gotta try Among Us pretty much immediately because it's pretty easy to control.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that it's charming, it's accessible. That's the reason why it's so popular. Is that it's not that it's doing anything insanely different, it's that they did it as best as you possibly could. And maybe someone comes along and like refines it even more and makes even better version of that same game. But as of right now, that's probably the best version of that game.
What I'm saying is, I disagree it's the best version of that game. What I'm saying is that the removal of some of the harder aspects of some of those games is why it's important, like why it's a good game. The fact that it does not have guns and it's not a mature rated like shooter style game is part of the reason why people like it. Same thing with like Fall Guys. The reason why Fall Guys is so popular is because literally anyone can get into it.
Yeah, I think people underestimate the whole, M rating and stuff like that. People are like, oh, people will buy it anyways. Like I remember this actually specifically pissed me off. Forza Horizon 4. I know you guys don't play racing games. Removed probably my favorite song on the game because of religious references, so it wouldn't be rated T. And I was like, that's stupid. And then you think about it with stuff like this.
Maybe it starts making more sense, I guess, because of just trying to make things more accessible. And I agree. It's kind of, music always kind of has that like extra, well, it's just a song kind of feel to it, Like there's some messed up songs out there that got really popular.
Really?
The Avenged Sevenfold. You remember the little Piece of Heaven song? That's literally about.
I've listened to that recently.
Yeah,
dude, Avenged Sevenfold is one of them.
The song's good, but it's a messed up song.
So you can say that about a bunch of songs. You say Pumped Up Kicks. You can say freaking
exactly.
Jump by Van Halen if you want to go way back in time.
I mean, WAP's a pretty controversial song.
Yeah, WAP's a pretty recent one.
I don't know how long it's been. It took a while for me to realize what that meant.
You didn't figure it out?
I got really frustrated about WAP, okay? Do you know why?
Because Ben Shapiro?
No. Do you know how many fucking asshole gangsta guys have released rap songs about them banging 60 chicks? And then we have one song about girls getting it on, and it's like, oh my god.
That is pretty weird.
Looks like it's time to be the banned podcast.
And the reason I say gangster like that, by the way, is there's two types of rappers. There's actual gangsters, and there's people who are just pretending to be gangsters, which there's nothing wrong with that until you go on Twitter and yell at people that you're going to kill them.
I don't know, man. I feel like... I don't know. I don't know. But I do have an interesting story about WAP.
What?
So I hadn't heard the song because I'm not really plugged into popular music at all. I have my type of music that I enjoy, and that's what I listen to, and I really don't listen to much else, right? And my roommate comes over to me one day. I'm in the kitchen cooking, and she's like, "You gotta listen to this song. Have you heard WAP?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't. What's it about?" It's like, it's Nicki Minaj and wait, is it Nicki? No, it's Cardi. It's Cardi B, and then whoever the other person is. I think it's Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not sure.
Kylie Jenner is in there somewhere, maybe?
I don't know.
Anyway, the main artist is Cardi B. It's a Cardi B song.
The main artist is Cardi B. But anyway, because my roommate really likes Cardi B. A lot of people really like Cardi B. Not really my thing, but respect. So she starts playing it, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, okay. And she's like expecting it to be like this revelation for me. Because it was for a lot of people. A lot of people are like, this song is so insane. I'm like, I don't think you understand. I listen to metal and rock. Hailstorm had this song, literally same subject matter, where the point of the song is Lizzie Hale getting it on with this dude that she's into and his girlfriend. And that's the single off the album. That's what they went with. And I'm just like, I don't think you understand. This is a really big deal in the rap world. In the rock and metal world, this has been going on for years, okay? We've got tons of female anthems about women just getting it on because they can. It's fine.
Well, Hailstorm especially, like, I think they have a song, an album, or a couple songs, an album that are just... that's kind of part of their identity.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's like a sex positive thing. It's like there's another artist named Diamante who has a bunch of songs like that too. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's pretty common now. I mean, not a bad song, but just not exactly earth shattering for me, you know.
Yeah, the
But on a lighter note,
On a lighter note, that was all
to,
light.
I sent you guys a picture that I thought was hilarious. We can maybe like put it up in like the video edit if you send me it or something like that. Of this thing that the Fall Guys Twitter put up. It's like the funniest picture I've seen.
Hold on, let me get out full screen.
I can't put it on the stream because
I know, but I'm saying like in the YouTube video.
I haven't set up.
Wait, where did you put it?
I like texted it because I know Jake can't look at it on the Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, Fall Guys Twitter is epic for sure. Oh, wait, slime. Oh, it's all pink guy. That's funny.
It's just all pink guy.
Yeah,
all of it's pink guy.
It's the slime from Slime Rancher, the Among Us pink guy, the pink bean from Fall Guys, the pink Teletubby, and then Filthy Frank in his stupid pink morph suit.
It's all.
What is his name? What's that guy? It doesn't have like a persona.
His name's Joji now.
It's Joji now, but
By the way, I love his music now. Since we're talking about music a little bit, God, I really like that Filthy Frank died because I really enjoy Joji's music. Hang on a sec.
There's a cat. The cat needs to be let in.
Spoiler alert, guys. Cat needs to be here. Cat is here.
It's Cat Podcast.
Cat is always here.
Yes, tap
Cat never. Oh, there he is.
He wants to
For the audio viewers. For the audio viewers, I would say after you're done after listening to the audio version, go over to YouTube and watch it. So just for Gizmo.
Yeah, just for this part.
Yeah,
mark
just
the
for
timestamp.
Gizmo.
I mean, mark the timestamp. Watch the whole podcast again.
I mean, or you could just go type "cute Sphinx cat" into Google if you don't want to watch the podcast.
Have you ever
twice.
seen a
That's
baby
not
Sphinx
Gizmo.
cat?
They're so small and wrinkly.
They're
I
so
love them.
cute.
This freaking podcast went so off the rails just because I talked about Forza.
Dude,
is that where this started? Anyway,
Yes,
don't
because I
know.
said they got rid of a song to not make it a T rating.
Dude, I mean, this is the podcast. You know, we talk about topics and things and stuff.
So, Jordan, what's your favorite Fall Guys minigame?
So far, I enjoy the fuck. I don't know the names.
Explain it. I can give you the name. I know like all the names.
It's the one where you
Hit Parade.
For,
Whirly
our-
Gig.
for audio listeners, I'm just nodding, like waiting on the edge of my seat for what his favorite
It's-
Hit
minigame
Parade,
is.
Whirly Gig, Slime Climb.
You know the one. You know, guys, the one with
the
the
one.
with the where you got to jump on
The
the
one where you
thing.
fall.
It's not a team game, but you know the one where you're being he
If you say
I don't actually own Fall Guys. I've been faking it this whole fucking time. Please save me.
if you say that your favorite game in Fall Guys is a team game, you're a sociopath.
I mean, in all honesty, there
Maybe.
apparently between so I occasionally watch Game Theory. Everyone, put your hate in the chat now. So he did a theory on it where he did a survey of all of his viewers who had played Fall Guys, right? And I think he linked it to Steam to make sure people actually owned the game at least when they actually responded. But anyway, so he took people's responses and he took the data and he did an aggregate thing and he did his own little mini study and he found one truth about Fall Guys. No one likes the team games.
Yeah.
Nobody. No one likes them. His data that he had gotten from his viewers showed that there were two groups of people. There were the people who wanted to display their skill at the game, who wanted to be good at a platformer. And there were the people who just were playing for fun and just were hoping to get a win. And like for the people who, and we've got two of them here. We got me, who doesn't give a fuck if I win or not. I'm just having fun jumping to see my bean go. And then we have Jake, who is the opposite. He is playing that game because he wants to win. He wants to get better at it. The difference between me and Jake is that I kind of like the RNG stuff because it apparently sometimes fucks over my opponents. And even though I'm pretty good at the game, I like seeing people get fucked over and making me win a little
Except
bit more.
Fruit Shoot. Fruit Shoot's garbage.
Yeah, Fruit Shoot is... Well, no, I like Fruit Shoot.
I don't mind Fruit Shoot that much. That's not true. The RNG doesn't matter that much to me. I just don't like the team games because it's only RNG.
Oh, we'll get there. I'm almost there. Don't worry.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
basically, less skilled players like the RNG because it evens the playing field for them against the skilled players. Skilled players hate the RNG. Both players dislike relying on their teammates because it's not RNG. It's something that you literally cannot influence in any way. And it doesn't, and no one, and basically, if you're a skilled player, you feel bad because you're carrying everyone. If you're an unskilled player, you feel bad because you're being carried.
Well,
This made me wonder because that's exactly how it is. Like he nailed it with that one, I think. Probably because he had a shit ton of data to work with. I think he had like 200,000 responses on his damn survey, which is that is that is a survey group, by the way, that actual researchers who do that for a living would kill for.
yeah.
Like having 200,000 people respond.
It's like truthfully respond.
It's interesting that you mentioned that because I remember back when I first started playing Magic the Gathering and like taking it competitively, I quit a lot of games about that time to focus on Magic. One of which was Counter-Strike, League of Legends. Basically, I was playing a lot of like 5-person team games, and both of you probably know this talking to me, but I'll tell the audience because they probably were not talking to me back in 2016. One of the reasons Magic appealed to me more was that a lot of my friends would be like, well, it's like RNG, right? You draw the wrong card and you just lose. It's like, right. But if I play perfectly and lose to RNG, there's no one to blame. No one did anything wrong. I did my best, my opponent did their best, and they won, and it was just bad luck. When it's your teammates blatantly throwing the game in front of you, it is so much easier to take all of your mistakes, ignore them, and only focus on your team doing their mistakes, which is not healthy. It's not good for your mental state. That's where you get those people who sit there on League of Legends just like shouting at their team.
Yeah, I honestly think that that's one of the reasons why League is so hard to play. I'm trying to pet this cat so that he'll stop meowing at me. I'm sorry, everyone. If you hear the cat, he just really loves me.
He's a fun
I can
cat.
understand that because
Yeah. Oh, go on, Justin.
you're just like incentivized to be good. Because if you're not, then you got 4 people who are gonna lay into you because you're not good. Unless you have a team of 5 yourself, like it's your friends.
Yeah,
It's not even
and if you're
just
that guy
that.
who went like 13-1 in League of Legends and then you lose because your teammate just wasn't, none of your teammate was doing anything, like that's hard. That feels awful. You tried so hard
And got so far.
The other thing about it is that the Dunning-Kruger syndrome is rough there as well. So Dunning-Kruger, by the way, Dunning-Kruger syndrome is when you are so incompetent at something that you think you're really good. And this is 90% of the League of Legends community. It's 90% of people in the community are below gold. And every last one of them thinks they should be in Challenger. And I shouldn't say not every last one of them, but I've often wondered why League of Legends specifically gets hit with this so much, because it's actually become a thing right now where a lot of people are talking about how the league is dying. Not necessarily that players are going down, but there's no, like, the interest in the game is going down because the community is so shitty. And it's like you look at games like Counter-Strike or even like Valorant, and they're team games, but their community is nowhere near as bad.
I think the reason to that is accessibility. You don't need a good computer to play it. It's free.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to buy. You need to go down to Walmart and buy a $250 laptop. And it'll run it at 15, 20 frames a second.
I actually have a different theory. It could be accessibility, just like a bigger player base, so you have more chance for people being toxic. But I think part of it actually plays into that RNG aspect we talked about, because League of Legends does not have RNG on the face, but it actually does. And I'm wondering if you guys can guess what I'm thinking of.
I immediately think your teammates that you get is complete RNG.
Yes, but that is true in Valorant and CSGO as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few RNG things, because for one thing, your attacks don't deal the same. Well, they do deal the same damage every time, but there's crits, and then on top of that, it's which side you start on.
So those are both kind of RNG too, but that's not what I'm talking about. The thing that I'm thinking of is your role in League of Legends. And this is true for every MOBA that's popular. Dota 2 has this to an aspect as well, where you can have your favorite character of all time, and like in Valorant, someone else might take them, but you still get to play the game basically the same. And in CSGO, there are no characters. Every game is exactly the same. But in League of Legends, you can have your bottom lane stolen, and you get forced in top lane, and you've never played top lane before.
That's true.
That's why I only play with full teams.
Yeah, and
Is
I
that
did the same
exactly
thing. I would only ever play with full teams.
There's nothing that can strain it. Like, I remember one time playing with like 2 people I knew and 2 randos, and I'm like, okay, I can only support in top, or mid and top. I mean, I can only do those, and then those 2 people pick those, and I'm like, well, damn, what am I gonna do now? And then the other 2 people I was playing with were like, well, we want to be support and bottom. I'm like, you think I've even gone near a jungle before?
Meanwhile, I'm the opposite. I'm like, I'm not good in a lane. I don't know how to lane. I never learned. I only play jungle.
It's kind of like I've seen a few this happen with World of Warcraft a couple of times. On WoW, you'll queue for a dungeon, and you need 3 DPS, 3 damage rolls, a tank, and a healer. And I have sometimes gotten in. I remember when I was leveling my warrior, I would get in as a DPS, and then someone would be like, "Hey, our tank really sucks. Do you want to switch with him?" And I'm like, "No, I've never played tank before." Why would you? Don't do that. That's what.
There's a reason I chose this.
Yeah, that's what League of Legends is doing. Every time you play, that weird, awkward situation where I'm like, I don't really want to do this. That's you every time. Every time you don't get your assigned role, and I'm just over here like now thinking, League of Legends needs to make it so you can queue for a specific role and just that role. I think it would help a lot.
Dude, you know something funny? Is that I have been in that situation where I jump into a queue on WoW, and then I'm DPSing on my warrior, and then they're like, "Hey, can you tank?" And I go, "Fuck yeah, I can," because I love tanking. That is the one thing that, like, in League, I never learned how to lane. In MMOs, I can do anything. I have learned every single role and am competent in it in every MMO I've ever played.
Yeah,
and I don't know why I'm so good at those games specifically.
I think League of Legends, it's like the baseline, right? Once you learn a class in an MMO, typically you've got it. Like, you get the gist.
It's like once I've learned Mistweaver healer, I'm like, oh, I can Druid heal. It's not that different.
Well, League of Legends, you like learn Draven, and then Draven has nothing to do with Ashe, really. Like, there's some stuff that carries over, but and the thing is, like, there's only like 3 or 4 skills to learn, but mastering that is way harder.
They're so different.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is 100% true. They are all very different.
And don't even get me started about fighting games, man.
I was about to say, you say that, but freaking.
I don't know, fighting games though, because it's like there are some skills that transfer. Fighting games, it's almost like because there's not abilities, there's like combos and moves, right? So it's like if there's like in like DOA, right, there were poking characters where you didn't necessarily rush down your opponent. You would try to get in like little hits of damage, and then kind of like play more defensively, right? It's like if you learned one poking character, you could pretty much learn all of them because the strategy was basically the same. I don't know why. I don't know why for me, like characters in League or like Valorant and actually maybe it's just League. Maybe it's just League. It's hard to learn, dude.
League and Dota.
I feel like the game is just like obtuse with the way it teaches you.
Yeah, and every single person's so much different than each other. Like, hell yeah,
Except
I
for
could
recently.
play. Okay, like when I was playing, it'd be like, hell yeah, I'll play Cho'Gath or Garen. Those 2 are doofy stall engines. I love them. You just sit there and get stuck, and nobody touches each other's tower. But it's hilarious. But you think I can go up there with Draven or Darius? Hell no.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I don't know, man. It gives me some respect for game devs because it's just like keeping all of these things balanced with each other, or even making sure that everything in the game is fun, is just so hard.
Mhm.
At the same time, though, some stuff I just don't even know how it happens. Like going back to League one more time
So you're gonna talk
before
about
we move
set?
on. No, I was gonna talk about Aphelios. Set wasn't that bad. Everyone who said that Set was a problem, yeah, he was overtuned, but he was just overtuned. Like I consider stuff like Aphelios a problem because it's like to compare it to a fighting game, right? I like Ryu in Street Fighter, right? And it's like, okay, Ryu's cool, but I want to go try Cammy now. Okay, they have different moves, but learning how to do the moves isn't that much different. And then Aphelios is like if I was playing Street Fighter and instead of learning to go play Cammy, I wanted to go play a rhythm game. Like that's how it is. It's so different. It doesn't even fit in the same game. And it's like this is what happens when you develop the same game for 10 years. This is kind of like what happened with WoW later on too is when you develop the same game for that long, you have to jump the shark. You have to fuck it up at some
Oh, yeah.
point because you just run out of ideas.
And so you either run out of ideas or the player base gets impatient. Like, when are you going to change it up?
Exactly. It's
Like, well, shit, well, I'll change it up. You go, I'll change it up. And they're like, well, this is stupid. Why'd you do that? You're just like,
yeah,
I
kind of, yes.
Yeah, so with most games, I don't know, if I release Call of Duty 4, for example, and I'm sitting there developing DLC and map packs and stuff, eventually I go and I make Call of Duty World at War or whatever came after. Was it World at War that came after? Anyway,
Yeah, it was
Um,
World at War. It
yeah.
came directly after.
I
Modern
make the
Warfare.
next game, and I think that League of Legends should have a long time ago made a League of Legends 2. They should have, instead of going back and slowly updating every champion, they should have gone, we're gonna update all of the champions. We're gonna
See, I
start
think
fresh.
the problem I have with that, or not me specifically, because I haven't put a penny in it,
Okay.
but for everybody else, is the thousands upon hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. I don't know how much people spent on that game.
They've made billions off
It's
that game.
gone.
Straight
It's
up.
gone.
I mean, you say that,
You
but
could do rewards like, hey, you owned this in the other game. You have this amount of rewards for League of Legends too. But
I think with skins it would be hard to do all of them right away.
yeah,
But maybe you get all of the champions you owned already. I don't. That's the thing is
that's what I mean.
those are flaws of having your game as like a live service instead of as a single game. And I think that League of Legends, obviously, it would be very difficult to just cut it and do a new version of it without somehow referencing the old one and like bringing people over and giving them their accounts and everything. But even if you just remade the entire game and used like the same, you had your same exact account, I think
Yeah.
that's a better thing to develop towards than these slow little incremental changes until you have a weird ass game that's power creeps.
Yeah, I think it's better to do like expansions. You release an expansion with like because people do like people in other games that aren't only online games. They do like seasons or DLC packs where it's like here's some content. Now we're gonna make sure that this is good and this works. Then we're gonna go make the new content instead of here's this thing. This isn't even balanced with everything yet. We're not even finished with it yet. Like we haven't play tested enough because we can't. We like literally can't see how it's going to interact with 140 other things in this game. But we're already on to the next piece of content because we are constantly churning out stuff because that's how we make money.
Yeah.
And
It's a
I think it's
thin
more
line to balance.
huh?
It's a thin line to balance on. Sorry.
Well, it's also it's about, with League of Legends and MOBAs in general. I think it's part of the issue is their choice to monetize their champions. I don't think that you should ever monetize game pieces. That's a bad idea for your game because that's what the champions are. They're the chess pieces.
Yeah.
In order to play that game at the top level, you need to own them all, so you have all the options. So it's like I think monetizing those is a bad idea. I think Dota 2 did it better where you have access to all the characters and they only have cosmetics for sale. Because then there's no incentive for them to make the new character broken because they're not making money off the new character being broken.
Yeah, I guess. It's
I
again, it's a thin line.
This
I
is
think.
somewhere where I don't want every live service game to have a subscription, but I kind of miss subscriptions because it kind of fixed this where you weren't incentivized to make like new characters every month because
You just want people to keep playing.
yeah, you just want people to keep playing. So if you kept balance patching and like doing quality of life updates, you didn't have to update quite as much. The only games I can really think that still do that system successfully are WoW, RuneScape, mostly MMOs.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing I'm excited for with Ashes of Creation is that they've said they're not going to do a free-to-play system. They're doing a subscription system. Yes, they will have microtransactions at some point, but they're not making that their focus. You pay a sub. There's no box fee, but you pay a sub. And I'm just like, brilliant. Keeps out bots, keeps the focus on them keeping you playing the game and making it fun. Fantastic. I love subscriptions. People are tired of them because we have like a subscription for your wine, your food, your music, your movies, your fucking dog.
If I had to think about it, yeah, it's like I got
subbed out, man.
It's like YouTube, Amazon Prime, all my subs on Twitch, all the.
If you're not careful, dude, you get your paycheck and you're getting back about $10.
Yeah.
I have a subscription to health insurance that comes out of my paycheck every month.
See, people get food on subscriptions.
I mean,
my dinner is a subscription. No.
I kind of want a subscription service for food, but they're all way too expensive for me.
There are some benefits to it because, like, you know how much it's going to cost. You're not guessing. You know what you're going to get. You get the same roughly thing every month. Like, honestly, there's a lot of benefits. So it's like I understand why so many things have gone the way of the subscription fee. It's just kind of crazy how it all has.
So Riot makes a subscription service. With the subscription service, you get all the champions, and you get servers that are basically made for only subscription people that are like priority servers.
So as somebody who used to be way too into League, what you just described is how it works in Korea. That's why League got way bigger in Korea than it did in the other regions. If you go into a PC bong in Korea, where most people would play, you had all the champions and skins unlocked. So people would go in and they got a lot better because they could play with whatever they wanted. Plus, a PC bong is just a natural breeding ground for competition because you're around people all the time. And I'm just like, what? I don't know why they didn't just do that, but I mean, I kind of do. It's because the microtransactions just.
So when you say PC, that's basically just like an internet cafe, right?
It's an internet cafe. PC bong is what they call it in Korea, yeah. But it's a bunch of computers, yeah.
Just call it an internet cafe. Anyway, yeah, gotcha. I understand. I'm following.
Well, I mean, an internet cafe is kind of like, oh, we have a computer.
No.
PC bongs are created, yes.
An internet 100%. Cafe was a place where you would go to get on the internet. They had a bunch of PCs there.
Yes,
and they
a PC
usually
bong
had food
specifically
as well.
For gaming. It was designed around video games. But
anyway, this is kind of like where people are like, my nakama, and I'm like, friend? And they're like, no, it's different. I'm like, you're a weeb. And then I'm like, let's go watch One Piece.
So, I mean, the thing is, it is vastly different because gaming culture in South Korea is just so different.
Yeah, no, I agree. The culture is different, but just to, like, relate it to people, I don't know. You get what I'm saying?
Enough.
Like,
hey, you know what? Omae wa mei shana beberu. I don't remember... See, I realized the other day I've been saying that quote wrong forever, so I stopped saying the last half of it. That way I don't look silly.
It's Shinderu, right?
I don't remember.
Man, I think you guys are the weebs.
Oh, I was watching One Piece all day today, dude. Like, just
while you were dating women, I was studying the blade.
Well, while you were dating women, I was dating women.
I was
watching One Piece because you can do both.
You know the thing I find funny about that meme is that he's like, well, you were dating women, I was studying the blade. And it's just like, did you not have time for both there, mate?
No.
How are you supposed to study the blade?
You have to
when there's some woman trying to distract you.
You have to dedicate yourself completely to your craft of killing people with a katana, which sounds when you say it like that, it sounds like you're a serial killer, but you're not, okay?
Woman, I need my pants on to learn how to use this blade.
All right, can we talk about like game news or some shit? Like
We were
is there-
talking about
Is there
games.
something cool going on? Any new trailers? Oh,
Demon
yeah.
Souls is coming out on PS5. I'm excited for
Amnesia
that.
Rebirth looks kind of cool. It happens in a desert cave.
Can you fight in it? Can you fight
no.
back?
No,
I don't care.
I'm tempted to play it because I like the original Amnesia. I never finished it because who has time to finish video games nowadays? I have RuneScape to play. But I've been tempted to play this one. It looks like it's got a few more mechanics, like, you know, besides run away and pull out your thing.
You know, I do enjoy some mechanics in my video games on occasion. It's
Yeah, there was like a
usually
weird
pretty
little
nice.
cube thing she had, and it looks like she was shooting lasers.
Wait, shooting. Oh, okay, shooting lasers like for a puzzle. I was like, please don't tell me they added shooting mechanics to this game.
I wouldn't mind like a stun or something, you know, like I don't know. I also really hope that they add a safe mode like Soma had, because I love those in gaming. I love those in horror games because I just don't like the Amnesia style of game. I like the original Amnesia, but that's because it was kind of like groundbreaking and new.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like why horror is just all, or it's getting better now. Like Resident Evil 7 is a great example of games like moving away from this Amnesia thing where you just run away. But I missed that when it was all Amnesia likes.
You reminded me. I have to go on YouTube real quick and watch something while you guys talk. Apparently a new Resident Evil 8 trailer came out today.
You can't wait 10 minutes for us to finish the podcast?
No, I got to react to it.
You can't react to it on. Make a video of you reacting to it.
It's 3 minutes long. Never mind. That's a long trailer.
This is a podcast.
I'm gonna have to go watch that. I need to go play. Dude, honestly, that's what I should do that for Spooky Month. I should go play Resident Evil 7. I never have.
Yeah, I need to finish it too.
Oh yeah, we should go finish Resident Evil 6 at some point if I can stand to keep playing it.
October 6th, Nickelodeon Kart Racers 2 Grand Prix comes out.
What the fuck? Why?
And you know what? $40 at release.
We're at the hour
Setting
mark.
the benchmark.
We're at the hour mark. We can end. We can just stop talking about this, right? All right, perfect. See you guys. Have a good
I don't see
day.
a problem with
No,
this.
you stay here and talk with us, motherfucker. You
Okay.
can't leave.
Would you rather get Avicii Invector on October 2nd?
No.
I don't know what that game is, but it's a game.
You know, I was just saying horror games. I wasn't really talking about just random games that came out.
Truck Driver on the Switch comes out tomorrow. That's the 17th for the audio listeners, if you've already gotten it on the Switch.
Okay, stop reading just random games that no
If
one cares.
Listen, if I thought I could get up from this computer and leave without bumping my mic, I'd already be gone. Like, I'll cut off the part where you guys are just sitting there without me later. This podcast is over.
I think you're not appreciating the upcoming releases.
So it's currently September 16th, but I have a very important question for you two.
What's up?
So I'm probably gonna go play Resident Evil 7. What spooky games are you gonna play for Spooky Month?
I want to go try finishing Fear. I got pretty far into that one, the original.
It's a pretty good, pretty fun game. Justin, what you gonna play?
Let's see. What's a spooky game that I own?
What is a spooky game you own?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
I actually have a shit ton of Resident Evil games I haven't played, like Revelations 1
Just
and 2.
play zombies.
You have Revelations 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's great.
Is it co-op?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
they are? I didn't
Figured out
know
why
that they
it's
were
exciting.
co-op. Wait, why are we playing Resident Evil 6?
'Cause
Those
it's
ones are
perfect.
good. I heard Revelations 1 and 2 are good games. Like, Revelations 1 was so good that they took it from the Wii U and ported it over to other things because it
Jordan.
sold so well.
You can go on your Steam library, click the name Resident Evil Revelations, and it says single player, multiplayer, cooperative play, full
You
controller
act as if
support.
I look at these games in my library after I buy them.
And guess
You
what?
silly-
Revelations 2 says the
silly
same thing.
bitch.
Except
You-
that Revelations 2 isn't as good because it's like episodic and, you know,
That's fine.
Just great.
Yeah, can we just real quick talk about how episodic games are dumb?
I think they can be done well. I don't like them if like they're like, oh, I'm gonna charge you $20 and then $5 for the next one, and then five. I don't like that. That's not cool. But
Yeah.
I I'm fine with them as a concept.
I'm kind of okay with like, because like Final Fantasy VII is doing this, where they did the first episode, which is the whole Midgard arc type thing, and that ended up they made it like 40 hours, which and it's a $60 game, and they're gonna release another episode, which is like I think it's gonna be like a $30 or $40 game this time. It's gonna be like
Christ,
20
that's cool.
hours, where it's like expansions, where it's like you get a full game and then we keep
Yeah.
expanding on it. That I can
As
dig.
long as each episode is worth what they're charging for it, and the base game is not just like bare bones crappiness. Like
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I think the issue is a lot of episodic games are like, here's episode 1, we're in early access. It's not actually finished yet. That's why it's episodic, and we just need
Yeah.
money to finish it.
That is, and or if they release like the next part of the Final Fantasy VII series, right? The episodes, and it's $60, I might go back on this. By the way, because it's like if it's even if it's like still a 40 to a very large experience, I'm like, okay, so why'd you make it episodic then? You're just making the same game 4 times then.
But
Because
it's
I
like,
can't imagine that they're going to do that much different with the next one. It's going to be the same game, but just more of it, right?
but like Revelations 2 was kind of like that. It's like these didn't need to be episodic. I feel like you just released the first part because you weren't going to meet your deadlines, and you're like, oh shit, make it episodic.
Well,
Like you're a
maybe,
genius.
maybe since I don't know if I can actually make it through the rest of Resident Evil 6 without wanting to die, this is the thing is that
You made it through Leon's campaign, right?
well,
Yeah,
and
there was
Leon's
a
is the
dinosaur
longest.
zombie.
And the thing is, that was cool. I really enjoyed myself in that game.
Wait.
When the bosses come out, the problem is and this is the thing is I kind of want to keep playing because it has moments of brilliance in it. Like the combat is
Like the
super
combat,
well
yeah.
done. What?
Did the T virus infect a zombie, like a skeleton, and make it?
No, it was this guy who got it. First off, it's the Z virus.
Okay,
Get it right.
Oh, you
Just
remember the name? I
quickly-
actually forgot.
Quickly
I remember, 'cause
explain
it's
to me how
literally
the T-Rex
zomb-
became a thing.
Huh?
Because I've seen zombie T-Rex before. It was in Parasite Eve.
Yeah. No, so it's not
No.
a literal T-Rex. It's
Okay.
a guy who was infected with the Z virus who is having spontaneous
Who was
weird
shapeshifting.
mutations. Yeah. Which
What was he? A dog? Then he was.
I should say is literally what they do in Parasite Eve.
Oh, okay.
Literally, like, so you know how Parasite Eve, it's like everything's mitochondria gets like changed and infected, and
Yeah.
so like they all become monsters. So it's like everything, and it's kind of like how the T virus in the original Resident Evil, it like changed things and infected them and mutated them. The Z virus is literally just that. So it's basically just Parasite Eve. But
It
anyway,
was like. I just wanted to go through his quick progression because I thought it was hilarious. He's a dog, then you beat him,
mhm.
and then he's a dinosaur, and you're like, this can't get any worse. And then Jordan's like, this guy's going to turn into a fucking butterfly soon, and he turns into a giant moth. And you know how you defeat him? You take a giant spike that's for some reason on the top of a building.
It's the
You
lightning.
stab it in a
It's,
zombie.
it's the lightning rod from the top of the building. He accidentally knocks it off, and you take it and
You
stick
pick
it
it
into
up.
so he gets struck by lightning.
You pick it up, you stick it in a zombie, and then he like consumes the zombies and gets struck by lightning.
Hey, guys.
Lightning never strikes until it's in him.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just want.
It's such a good game.
I just want you guys
What?
to know. Do you know you did miss a phase of that boss fight? Do you guys know what boss fight? He transforms into something else. You know what it is?
What?
What did I
It's the
miss?
end of the podcast. Up here, this is Dubious Justin. Dubious Justin everywhere. That's Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Justin, what are
I
you
feel
doing
cheated.
this week?
Playing Fall Guys.
He's playing
feel
Fall
so
Guys.
cheated.
Maybe you'll make a YouTube video of it. I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I might go back and doing a low kill percent in Resident Evil 4. I've been thinking about it recently.
And up here we have Is It Fox?
You can just call me cheated.
He's cheated. How did I cheat you?
You didn't cheat me. Justin did.
How
I
did I
was
cheat?
talking about how Resident Evil 6 was actually kind of good. I was going to give it some credit and stop complaining about it. But then he decided to talk about a fucking zombie dinosaur, so I guess we're done with that. Anyway,
Next episode.
my name's Is It Fox. You can follow me on
Bye, Justin. I'll miss you. Oh, he's back. Okay.
This podcast is sponsored by Discord. It's not. We're not
Justin's
sponsored by
gone, by the way.
Okay. Well, Justin doesn't have to be here for me shouting myself out.
Yeah, we're done
What up?
basically.
I always take over for Jake because I wanted to do it this week.
Okay,
And 'cause
cool.
It makes me feel good about myself.
I already said it, but anyway, go ahead.
But did you talk about the rebranding? Because it's important. I'm no longer IZZET Fox. I'm
Yep.
ISIT Fox. Is it with a question mark at the end of it? But not actually, because they won't let me put that. So it's just ISIT Fox. Literally, Is It Fox?
Yeah, that's what your name was before. Is it Fox?
No, now it's Is It Fox?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, it's
No,
Is It Fox, right?
Yeah, but now
Is It
it's Is It
Fox?
Fox?
Is It Fox? Yeah, I got it.
Look, we're all right. Shut the hell up.
We're all pretty. And I'm Jake the Jackal. I've been your host. If you're watching this live, you're watching on my Twitch channel. Drop a follow, guys. Seriously, do it right now. And if you're watching this anywhere else, drop a follow on the podcast because we'll be back next week with even more gaming bullshit, whatever we talk about on this thing.
We'll probably talk about how great Resident Evil 6 is again.
Yeah.
Hopefully not. I hate that game. Anyway, maybe I'll make a trailer this week for something.
Have
We'll
you even
find
played
out.
it?
Oh, I did play it. Yeah.
Okay,
You
good.
talked.
I'm trying to end the podcast here. Will you stop talking about Resident Evil 6? We love you all. Be safe out there.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Resident Evil 6 is superior Resident Evil.